Hi everyone, my name is Irina. This time I'm about to share the major news of the year. It's a digest format, briefly and to the point. If you need more details, go to our blog article with all the links. You'll find it in the description below. We'll analyze how this year has affected the industry, consider the major ups and downs, and of course share some trends and local phenomena. Let's start. TikTok could win the Newsmaker of the Year. The app is a scandal. It stormed to the top at the very beginning of 2020 and never left it. Throughout the year, everyone was enjoying a series called Adventures of TikTok in the US that had it all: data privacy breaches, suspicions of espionage, and lawsuits. After the presidential election, things got less heated, but still, we are clearly in for a second season next year. Zoom had a fairy tale success and effortlessly reclaimed its place in the sun in early March as the whole world went online. It didn't just make it to the top around the globe, but it became integrated in our lives right on the spot. The pandemic proved to be the best traffic generator. Even the data leak scandals didn't manage to affect Zoom's ranking. Among Us is the motivation and dissonance of the year. How can an app strive for success for several years and finally make it in 2020? The game became popular a little earlier in some places and later in others, but by default it joined the top apps of every country. The funny thing is that Among Us is still there. The story is an amazing mix of inspiration, a tiny indie project that became that famous, and outrage. Why didn't they promote the app? If there were a Hype of the Year award, it would go to Reface. How quickly the wave of virality took it to the top in app stores is outstanding. The app made it to the top 10 in July in countries like the UK, Australia and Russia, and in August in countries like the US, Brazil and South Africa. At the same time, back in June, it was among the top 200 and 500 apps in most countries. Usually it's more challenging for viral apps to retain users than to acquire them. We're going to keep an eye on how Reface is developing. Apple's battle with Epic is probably the largest battle in the mobile world has ever had. On August 13, Epic intentionally changed Fortnite to bypass the App Store payment system. App Store in turn banned the game, which resulted in a protracted legal war. Dissatisfaction with the store has long been there among app developers and business owners, but it seems that blocking Fortnite was the final straw, and then the Coalition for App Fairness was born. However, the revolution failed as Apple managed to beat everyone. The company made some concessions and reduced the App Store fee to 15%, but only for app developers with an early revenue of less than $1 million. The trick is that 2% of apps that won't be affected by the innovation pay 95% of all fees. Video calling apps getting popular is an obvious trend in the year of lockdowns and isolation. Apart from Zoom, Google Classroom, Google Meet and Microsoft Teams have been quite successful this year. A lot of similar apps started to appear. In general, self-isolation spawned yet another wave of traditional social media based on common interests. For example, there are apps now to socialize young moms, palm spotting and peanut, professionals from different fields, fishbowl, lunch club, freelance travelers, homies, millennials, friended, and Generation Z people. Video streaming services are another trend. What can people do at home while the coronavirus pandemic is raging outside? Watch soap operas, of course. In the US, Quibi, Netflix, HBO, Pluto TV, Peacock TV, and Hulu were a blast of success. According to App Annie, people have been using video streaming services 85% more often this year. News apps came under scrutiny as well. In the US, Smart News, Newsbreak, and Apple's COVID-19 were a breakthrough. In the UK, the same applied to Sky News and BBC News. In Mexico, Azteca Conecta, HSBC, and in Australia, ABC became popular too. Developing apps that track contacts to prevent the coronavirus spread is one of the most controversial trends of the year. Countries have taken different paths in dealing with personal data. How should sensitive information be stored and shared? Can a virus prevention tool become that of control? Are corporate giants like Apple and Google entitled to dictate their terms to countries? In the end of September, it was a boost in App Store in attention to widgets and apps with quotes, and all that thanks to the iOS update. Against this backdrop, Pinterest ranking grew, jumping to the top 10 from the 40th place as people started installing it for visual inspiration. The final trend is related to the growing popularity of food delivery and shopping apps. Delivery services became heroes online just like couriers did offline. For example, in the US, Walmart grocery shopping, DoorDash, Instacart, Amazon Shopping, and Shop led the way. In the UK, Wish, Wetherspoon, Green King, and Uber Eats enjoyed some attention. In Mexico, that was Mercado Libre. In Australia, Woolworth. In Russia, Yandex.Go and Delivery Club. On App Store, the main changes were related to the new iOS 14. One of the major ones is the autocorrection of search queries. Because of it, many keywords became irrelevant. An opportunity to create promo codes for subscriptions was a major change too. And more recently, App Store updated the form for requesting a feed. There are new fields for more details about the team, and no more detail of apps should be submitted several weeks in advance. Prior to that, the store has announced a ban on using weapons in banners to get featured. Google Play stopped blocking apps with bugs right away. Now the store gives you 7 days to fix the issue. The store now has a rating filter and the family category is gone. It has been replaced by the children's section. We also got a new native window to rate apps. Among the recent innovations of Google Play is the ban on prices and images in the app title. Chickadee has contributed to the development of ASA this year too. For example, we released more than 10 tools, including a unique performance section, and developed an index system. That's it. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notifications, leave comments and likes. Have a great month. See you. Bye.